Anyways, how you
Right.
doing?
I'm doing fine.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the other side of the app with a whole group of mamas. We so happy to have you here. I'm gonna ask everybody to shut a live, tap the screen, and send a bean. It's questions that I know that you've been asked, I'm sure, but if you don't mind, would you mind talking to a group of mamas? We personally have been speaking out against Muriel since she has come on the app. A lot of these ladies probably didn't know who she was, such as Babylon, and Ty News, and I'm not sure about Cola James, but um, we as mamas don't like what we see. We've offered her advice, we've offered her help. Um, I personally have been willing to talk to her off of the app, but for some whatever reason, it seems to be that she just wants the money part. So we go talk to you as mamas, and if you don't mind, as a group of mamas, we would like to ask you some questions. Is that okay?
Yes, okay, but can I ask a favor of you guys?
Sure, we could take the picture down. Is that what you go ask?
Nah, I was gonna ask you because I'm trying to get some money together so I can get me a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody could donate to me, to my fund, so help me get a lawyer, I would really appreciate that.
Okay, so if you are my men's in the room, I need y'all to write down his CA and flash it across the screen, okay? And the people in the comments are asking for your CA. Thank you, Tommy girl. If you know it already, put it in the comments.
Thank you. Hey, buddy.
Is that Matthew?
Yeah, that's fine.
We like Matthew because Matthew tells us what's going on in that house. So we really like Matthew. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start off with I'm gonna unmute the panel and I'm gonna let everybody just ask the question one at a time. And if it's something inappropriate that you don't want to answer, that's fine. But most likely, knowing us, it's not inappropriate. Hey Matthew, it's so like he sounds different when he's with you. It's crazy.
You found a
Okay,
place where you
everybody's
went to?
unmuted.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
Cooper is asking that if you would like to donate to his CA, can you tell the people what the CA is, please?
It's Truth Please, and the T is capitalized, TRUTH, and then all the rest of the letters are lowercase. Truth Please, PLS is please.
All right, all right. No, he's not screaming all day. Matthew sounds completely different in a completely different environment. One thing I can say, off top noticing, Matthew loves his daddy.
Okay.
We hear him talk about you on a regular basis. I'm gonna call my daddy. I want to talk to my daddy. My daddy said, my daddy did. We know that Matthew loves his daddy and he
Oh
feels
yeah.
safe there. Because whenever time there's an injustice going in that house, the very first thing he yells is, I want to call my daddy. Put
He
ones in the
does it
comments.
every time.
Right.
Speaking of that,
So
Cooper, I'm sorry. Can I ask, did you see the video when she was actually speaking to him, like, inappropriate, insinuating, yes, you were, about your sexuality? Did you actually see that live in that
Yeah.
conversation?
I, yeah, I seen it on.
and
Okay.
so
How did
if
you
you don't
feel
mind
about
us, yeah, if you don't mind us asking, what is your preference? Are you gay, straight, bi?
Nah, I love women, so
I
nah, I'm not
well, I
gay. I'm not any of that stuff.
okay.
And the reason I think she said that is because we were supposed to get married, but I don't think it would have been in
So
my best interest to marry.
tell me about this proposal. Was it romantic? Did you get down on one knee? Was the family around? Or is it just that she said, I want to get married, I want to get married, and you said fine? How did this proposal go down?
Did you park the car? Okay. Okay. So I gotta wait for the people to come out. Okay. Okay. So
We can tell that Matthew is happy to have some attention focused on him because he doesn't really get that much attention in the house.
What's
So
up?
we can
Did
tell
y'all
that
hear him?
Matthew is happy,
He said, you gotta wait for the people to come up. That's Matthew knows about the app.
and he is. He is. Thank you for the gift, y'all.
But I think it was more so like maybe I think in the beginning I really did want to marry her, but it was just too much other stuff that was going on and too many red flags, too much arguing, too much disagreement.
Well, how did you propose? How did you propose?
How did I propose?
Yes. Or did
I
she
think it
propose
was
to
more
you?
like I think it was more like being forced into it
And how would you say she
because
forced you in?
the thing about it is it was another guy that she was dealing with, and when she threw that guy in my face, then I got jealous, and it was kind of like a tag of war back between the both of them. I don't think
Okay.
he was aware of it, but he didn't know what was going on, but because he was in the dark. So
And how long did this
Mm.
proposal last before you ended it?
I don't know, maybe like about 3 or 4 months.
Okay, so y'all are already in the planning process. Okay, so this is a
Yeah.
real question. I think nobody has asked, and it's a question I really want to know. Muriel had 5 kids already when you met her. Were you
No,
up for
actually,
that
no,
four
actually, she had four,
Just
four kids?
four.
three. She had 4 kids. Yeah.
Okay, so she had 4 kids already. Were you up to handling that responsibility of taking care of 4 kids and a ready-made family already?
Well, actually, when we first met, it wasn't. When we had Matthew, it wasn't really a relationship. It was never really a relationship. I don't
Even
think we
before
really.
Matthew?
So you barely knew
No,
her
it
when you
wasn't.
got her pregnant.
Right. Yeah. That's basically what happened.
Okay. So
Because she
is
told
that
us
why you
that
was
you
gonna marry her?
Not until I came back around when he was like about 3. I came back around. This was like last year, 21 or 2021. And that's when we started dealing with each other. When I
because
started to get to know her.
she told us that you met her in a strip club. So you met her in the strip club, older
Yeah.
man, younger woman, she's selling the fantasy. And then how did we get into, for lack of better
But
words, did we trip and fall into the pussy? Was she selling the pussy? How did this
no,
happen?
it wasn't. You know what? To be honest, it was nothing like that because when I went into that strip club and we spoke, we wasn't talking about nothing but about God.
Wow. In the strip club.
In the
Yeah,
strip club?
Well,
in the
they
strip
say
club.
God will find you in
That's
the
mostly
lowest
what they
place.
talk about
What they
there.
what they
That's
say
what
was
we.
two or more gathered.
Yeah, well, that's what they
Okay.
say. That's what they say. And so, I mean, y'all talked about God that night, and then what happened? I'm interested to know about the early times of how before Matthew
Oh
came, how did this happen? So y'all met in the strip club, y'all talked about God, and then you were walking out the club, you tripped, and then you fell into the pussy, right?
no, we exchanged numbers. We ex- How do you got my number? Oh, okay. She did.
Hey,
Did she
Velvet,
call you for
call
you?
it Yissy or
Okay.
something different.
See,
Matthew's
Matthew gonna
right
tell
there.
it. Okay.
I
So
didn't realize. I'm not used to Matthew
basically,
being there.
what she did, we exchanged numbers, and I don't think I might have called her maybe a day or two later, and we went out to dinner. One time, uh, another date, we just went back to her house and chilled at her house, and then her birthday was coming up, and that's probably when Matthew was conceived when we got the room and we went out to dinner and we went to the room. So that's probably when he was conceived.
So Matthew was conceived quite early. So you didn't know her that long before Matthew was conceived. Maybe a couple weeks, a couple months.
Maybe a week or two, few weeks.
Oh,
Whew, she is easy as I thought.
so right. And we know you
Now,
have other kids already. Muriel says that you are a professional man who makes six figures. What do you do for a living?
Well, I'll tell y'all this. I'm in the IT field, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. I don't
Okay,
want you
that's safe to
hacking me,
feel.
so I'm a back up off that question because I don't
And I
want you
can't hack
hacking me.
too, so watch out. No, I'm just messing.
That's why I say I don't want you to hack me.
Oh, can I hire you for a job?
What what what
Shit.
what was Muriel's stripper name?
Damn, that's a good question. I don't know. Put her in a box and let's ask.
Well, listen,
Muriel, fall out the
Muriel,
window, bro.
That was
we
the
know
funny
you
part.
in the
She in the
window.
window.
We know you in the window, Muriel. So the whole panel mute up and we can mediate this conversation about DNA and the test and child support. So Muriel, come out the window. Everybody in the comments, tell Muriel to fall out the window. And we'll really give y'all what y'all want tonight because I mediate the whole thing. And we can get to the bottom of this DNA test. So Muriel, tell her to come out the window. It is a safe space.
So, may I
Come
ask, the
on,
first
Muriel.
time you guys had sex, y'all did not use protection? And was she an Israelite when you first
No,
met
we
her?
did use protection. No, we did
Okay.
use protection.
Was she an Israelite?
Mom, I'm gonna put this on my. Say
Hey,
that again?
Matthew.
Was she
Was she
a
an Israelite?
Israelite when you met her?
I believe so because we talked about stuff like that. Because I'm not a Hebrew Israelite, but my religion is pretty awoke and knows about the stuff that goes on out here. So I mean, I can understand what she was talking about.
Okay. I got questions about the DNA and the paternity, and then I'm gonna just let the women because I know they got a lot of questions too. When we watch Muriel, we get angry. A lot of the stuff that she does is not quite our parenting style. So let's just get to the DNA test with the twins because when I came into Muriel's room earlier today, that's what I saw. She's asking you to take a DNA test. You're asking her to take you to court and get it established through child support court, correct?
I mean, that's what I would like. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, the question is, why do you feel like those twins don't belong to you?
Because she was screwing a whole nother guy while she was sleeping with me.
Mm.
Who is a
Okay,
Hebrew Israelite and who's supposed to be this follower of
Well,
5,000 and all that stuff.
yes, everybody, please help Cooper get his lawyer. Make sure you send a little razzle dazzle to his CA, and if you can give the host, please, we appreciate it. Panel, do you have any questions? Because I know we've been talking about a lot tonight, and I know other people have asked you some of the same questions, and I don't want to bore you with the exact same questions as everybody else. Let me ask you one
Who
quick
is that?
question before I ask
Go ahead.
anything else. How does I heard that you have a lady friend or you're in a relationship? How does your current girlfriend feel about Muriel and this whole situation with Matthew and the twins? And how is that going on?
I mean, she's really disturbed by it. Um, that's why she's giving me the help that I need. I have to thank her because she's the one that's really help. She's very disturbed.
I'm
Okay.
glad you
And
got
so
somebody supportive.
um Scorpio, I know you may have some questions. Scorpio, Babylon, Ty, Cola. I know Candy got questions and Diva. What's some questions that y'all may have?
So I just wanted to ask, hey, Mr. Cooper. First of all, you are a handsome older man.
Yes, he is.
Thank you.
Might I add?
Thank you.
So first of all, hey Matthew. I think Matthew is our favorite. Favorite of the seven. Matthew gonna give that business. He gonna tell that business. And if you want to know, we just have to ask Matthew. We just gotta get a phone to him so we can reach him. But I just wanted to know. I know the last few days have been a lot for you. You probably found out a lot of stuff that you just were just kind of in awe about. Do you feel comfortable? I know you had said earlier on someone else's live that you weren't going to send Matthew home tonight because there was no heat at the home and you would just drop him
Right.
off at school. Do you
Right.
feel comfortable with the environment that Angelic is raising him in? And do you feel comfortable returning him to that environment?
No. Not at all. You know, and to be honest with you, nah, I don't feel comfortable with him.
Okay.
Any money, Mo?
But
Mo?
where would he go back to? Is the question. Where would he go back to?
See, and that's the thing, because I don't know, because none of this information has been relayed to me. I haven't CPS or nobody ever called me. So I mean, I did contact them, but with it being the weekend, it's not too much you could do. So they have to call me back, and they're probably not gonna call me back until tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Mm.
So as of right now, you
It's just
don't
like,
even like if you were to meet her at the police station, legally, can she even accept the child? You have no answers.
yeah, I don't have any answers for that. No, I don't have any answers for that. I don't know if she
So
could legally accept him, or what the discussion was between them. Because like I said,
so
I wasn't informed. She didn't tell me, or neither did CPS call me.
so
Did
she
you get
did
And
any
which is
she
pushback
weird.
from her when you told her that you weren't going to bring him to the house or the police station tonight, or did she just agree?
I
Like,
mean, she didn't agree, but you know, hey, I mean, just like I told her, I said, you don't have any heat or anything like that on, so it don't make no sense for me to bring him back. He could stay here where it's heat here. And then since it's heat here, I could just drop him off at school in the morning. It's not like I'm kidnapping him. You know, now if I was trying to keep him here and not take him back, that's a different story, but I'm gonna take him to school.
right.
so
So
I just
so
wondered if
where
you got pushback.
well I guess my question is
Yeah, I did.
where does the child return after school? Because is she just telling you that hey, he can't come back right now because he doesn't have it, we don't have any heat at the house? Or is she saying I cannot have possession of him right now? Like what is she
Right.
telling you?
She's not telling me anything. She just said that they at a family member's house, and she pretty much just left it at that. She haven't shared anything with nothing. And then it's weird because when they had the case with the twins of being sick, the CPS guy called me, but I haven't received a call about Matthew or anything, and I should have, because all them kids had to go and get tested.
Tested for what?
Uh, they had to go to the hospital for an exam.
Did they say what the exam was for?
Nah,
Were they looking for
they didn't say what the
bruises or
exam was for.
anything? Like I
I
assume that
don't.
maybe they were looking for bruises and stuff because of the video. Has Matthew said anything about what happened to his sister Samaya?
Has he what?
Has Matthew made mention about anything that has happened with Samaya in that recent video that we all just saw? Have you been able to talk to him and have a discussion about what happened, what he saw, how it made him feel? Is he feeling scared to go back home? Does he feel safe to go back home?
Nah, he hasn't told me that. He just told me she got a whooping.
Okay.
you know, Cooper, there have been instances where, because Matthew is a sponge, he is so
Mhm.
smart, he is so bright. Um, First of all, thank you for getting his haircut,
Yes.
because
Oh yeah, yeah.
thank you for getting his haircut, because when he went to your house that weekend, Angelic told him, and you tell your daddy you cannot cut your hair because you are a Hebrew Israelite. And when he came
Nah.
home and you had cut his hair, glory! We were so, we said, God damn it, go,
Did you
you
want me to
better
cut
go,
your hair,
Cooper.
man? You wanted me to cut your hair?
Yeah, he
You want
liked
me to
his
cut your
haircut.
hair?
Good
Yeah.
to hell.
But what
He
this
was
is what I
feeling
wanted to
himself.
say. That Matthew has repeated so much. Matthew will repeat in a minute something that Patrick has said, because
Right.
Matthew has said, Patrick said he was gonna shoot us. He repeats so many things that Patrick says. Um, are you concerned with the influence that Patrick may have over your son as well? Because he's there.
Yeah, I am very concerned about that, And it does bother me, because like when I first came around, and when I seen him for the first time, he was calling him daddy.
Huh?
No.
Oh,
So
oh no.
yeah.
Oh
So
no.
You got a
Yeah,
daddy.
that'll
and
that'll make that
it,
brother step up.
but that's just because he's in the house and he's seeing him and all that other type of stuff. But when he start getting to know who his real daddy was, it changed real fast. So, I mean, yeah,
Now,
it bothers me.
have you always known
Have I-
about Matthew? Like, you knew when she got pregnant, you knew when she gave birth.
yeah,
Have you
yeah.
always been in Matthew's life from day one? Okay.
I haven't been in his life
He
from
said
day one, but
yes.
I did go to the what's the word? I did go to doctor's appointments and everything, but I didn't actually see him for the first time. He was maybe like about one, maybe 1.5 when I seen him for the first time.
Okay,
And
so
And that
what
was
was
at
the
the
lapse?
huh?
What was the lapse? Why did she, was it, what was the problem where it, was there
Well,
something the
it was it it was more so me because I didn't want to believe that it was my son because it's like I said when we first met each other, it was kind of weird. And then one time when I came back to the house, Patrick was there, and it felt weird. I felt like I was being set up, and I'm gonna just be honest. And I told her, I said, if we get paternity testing and I found out he's my son, then I do what I'm supposed to do. So it's really more so
yeah.
me because me being an older guy and her being young, I ain't gonna lie, I was embarrassed.
Mm.
I was embarrassed, and
I
but
don't blame
it's just like
when we had the paternity testing done and I started getting them, it was like a blessing for me. But she was mad at me. She was angry at me. So
why do you think she was angry with you?
because she said that I wasn't there when he was born, and I told her that I would be there when he was born, and in the beginning, I didn't. It's kind of like I was embarrassed because with her age and her being younger and me being older, I was embarrassed, and I'm just being honest.
And were you embarrassed of her lifestyle at the time too?
Oh, about
Would
her
you
being
say
a
that the
stripper?
type of, yeah, and just the type of, I
Uh,
mean, I don't know.
maybe a little.
Let me.
I
What is,
mean,
like? I don't know what your preference in women are. I would just assume because you're an older guy, older men seem to be a little bit more reserved. So your choice in women might have been much different from her. Here you chose a younger woman. You chose a woman who was a stripper. You chose a woman who had a house full of kids already. She's not that domestically trained. So did all
No.
of that come into play?
well, the thing about it is, I didn't really realize about the domestic stuff until like when I came around and we was trying to get married. That's when I got to know her. Before then, I never knew her.
So
We
I mean,
never,
I heard you say on somebody else's live that you would go work a 10-hour shift and come home and then she expected you for you to clean the
yeah,
whole
she wanted me to
house.
cook. She wanted me to cook. She wanted me to
you.
clean. She wanted me to interact with the kids and do all that stuff she got Patrick doing. Just like the way she talked to him, she would talk to me like that.
Well, speaking of cooking, Jeremiah told the nurse, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but just a little quick backstory. She took Jeremiah to the doctor's office. Jeremiah informed the nurse that he ate one time a day. And when he does eat, he throws up because the food is nasty. How is Muriel's cooking? Is it nasty?
No comment.
Oh, come on, Cooper. You got to give us something. Now, we ain't asked you for pussy stink. We said, is the food nasty?
I mean, it's like 50-50. I guess it depends on what she's cooking.
It's nasty. Say
Yeah.
no more. You're such a gentleman. You're such a
You're
gentleman.
so nice. Like you have been
Yeah.
so
And that's what I'm saying. Like, she has
reserved.
dogged you out. She has dogged you out on this app. She has said that you were gay. Not that we not homophobic over here. She has said that you were gay. She has said that you were abusive. She has basically said dogged you out over here. And you could have said a lot of disrespectful, foul things about this woman, and you have not. So
Right.
I respect you just for staying the course, staying, just keeping it 100, just telling your story. And I feel like you just came here because you needed to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
So,
if you got somebody calling you a
Right.
fag, and then they talking about yeah, I took a picture of his asshole and I got. I'm like, dude, what is that?
Yeah,
She
she
Where did they
did
get
did.
all
say
that
that.
from?
She did
She
say
Oh
that.
yeah,
did.
Yeah.
she sure. I forgot all about
Yeah.
that.
Oh my God.
But
Where
none
First
does
of
that
all,
come
mm,
from?
how
none
she
of
get
us
a
And
slept
hold of
good
then,
your
that night thinking
asshole?
about your
That's
asshole.
right. I don't
okay, and then
That's
understand
right.
let's
that.
get something else straight. Let's get something else straight. Okay, so she said that she went to a family reunion with me and they told her I was gay. That's not true. That
Doesn't
is
even
not
sound
true.
She also said that some of the neighbors saw you walking in with a man and y'all looked like y'all were having some type
Nah.
of
Okay,
lustful.
you want to know the story? You want to know the story about that? Okay.
Hold on, no,
So when she
no, sir, no, sir. I'm gonna ask you to hold that tea for just a second while we get the room hot.
okay.
We need y'all to get the room hot by sending bells, maces,